What's good? Today's video is going to be about why you should drink water and also why you should drink water with your food. Let me take a quick swig of my water real quick. Alright, let's dive into what water is and what water does. Now, of course, water's H2O. But a lot of people got a misconception of water. They think that it's going to make them lose weight, that it's just extra healthy for them, etc., etc. Don't get me wrong now. Water definitely benefits you in a couple of ways, but I'm going to give you the main purpose of why you should be drinking water. First, let's speak on the benefits of drinking water. Well, number one, it hydrates you. Water is probably the purest form of a liquid there is on this earth. There's no added particles, chemicals, added calories, nothing toxic in it. It's just pure. Now remember, the human body itself has to consume water in order to function, right? But here comes the misconception people get. They think, well, if my body has to have water, then I have to drink water. So that's why I drink water, because my body has to have it. Well, guess what? Everything that you drink has water in it. So that kind of debunks of just drinking water as your motivation to drink water. Because guess what? If you drink juice, Hawaiian punch, soda, even foods, they all contain water, H2O in it, a little small percent. So if you're just eating regularly, drinking regularly, no matter what, even if it's a toxic Coca-Cola, guess what? It has water in it. What happens is you consume enough food and drinks that's even toxic that your body gets enough water in it. So you probably never even have to drink water your whole life because you're going to drink it in the back end. You'll actually be surprised how many people don't drink water and are still hydrated. There's people that don't drink water for a whole week. But guess what? They had a Gatorade, they had a protein shake, some watermelon, some grapes. There is so many things that contain water inside it that will keep you hydrated and keep your body functioning to where you don't even have to just drink pure water. Now, your body does have to have water in order to be hydrated, of course. You don't want to be feeling drained, sluggish, down, slopey, feeling tired, like you feel like you just want to sleep the whole time. You want to be very energetic, right? And that's why you have to consume that water to stay hydrated. Don't get me wrong, there's other things you can consume to stay hydrated, but this is probably the purest form of a liquid that you can take that will keep you hydrated and make sure you're not drained the whole day. Now I'm going to give you a second benefit to drinking water. Well, as you know, water is a liquid. Now, we know we all have a stomach, of course, right? So we all know inside our stomach is where food goes, of course, right? So when the food fills up inside your stomach, you feel full, right? So what water does when you drink it, it fills your stomach up all the way so that you feel full. You get what I'm talking about? So think of a circle, right? Now think about all of it being food, right? When all of that gets filled up, that whole circle gets filled up with food, you feel full. You don't want to eat no more, right? Now, imagine that circle, right, with all food in it. Let's say we took a portion of that food out and we put water inside there, right? That's what water does. It'll fill it up temporarily so that you won't be hungry for that portion of the stomach. So let's look at the circle again. 1/4 of it is literally water. The rest is 3/4 of food. Well, instead of you having to have all the food in that circle, guess what? You put some water in you and made yourself full so that you didn't have to have that much food. So basically what I'm saying is water will fill up your stomach so that you can feel full basically, and basically just take up all the stomach part and basically just replace the food. Basically what it comes down to is this. The water becomes a replacement to the food that you're not trying to eat, or say that you only can eat a certain amount of food. Well, water can take that place and fill you up, and so that you're not feeling hungry. In all, the more water you intake in the proportion of your stomach, the less food you have to put in there. So it just works well with just drinking water. Now let's really get into the actual purpose of why you need to drink water and why you need to drink that water with your food. So an important factor into being healthy, especially if you're overweight, is to lose the weight. And secondly, to diet, right? That means eating the right foods and consuming food that is actually nutritious for your actual body so that it can function better. Now, I want y'all to really think about this. All the toxic food that you eat, whether it's chicken, ribs, pork chops, steak. Why is that enjoyable? Have you ever just thought about why that stuff be so enjoyable? Well, let me explain something to y'all. Every time you eat a meal, you have a side drink, of course, like a fruit punch, a soda, or something fruity or tropical. Whether it's even a beer or alcohol, it does not matter. You always have something on the side of that. Now, this is why it's important to actually drink water. Because what happens is this: when you don't, that side drink that you're drinking becomes like a seasoning. I know that doesn't make any sense, or the comparison doesn't make sense, but I'm going to explain to you right now. I want y'all right now to imagine a chicken, right? With no seasoning on it, no nothing, no added particles, nothing. Just in the package, you took it out, right? Let's be real. If you cook that chicken, right? Put it in the oven, took it out, and you just, do you really think that would be good? No. What actually makes that chicken good? All the seasoning, the paprika, the salt, the black pepper, man, everything that you added to it to give it that zest, that zing, that taste that made you come back for more. All right? So having that same thought process right now, we're going to relate this back to your drink, what you're drinking. Because let's be real, nobody eats their food and doesn't drink anything. You have to have something to drink when you eat. Now, I'm going to show you what water does in a second. But let's just get on this juice, soda, anything tropical, slush, alcohol, beer, anything you can think of, right? That's a drink besides water. When you eat that food, you know why that toxic food is so good? It's because that side drink gives it that extra flavor that it needs. Sometimes you drink more of the drink than the actual food. And people fail to realize that because they're so just like, ooh, I had a taste for some shrimp and lasagna and some spaghetti. Ooh, this is so good. But they don't realize that what's making them like it so much is that extra little flavoring taste of that soda, that grape pop, that Coca-Cola, that Dr. Pepper, that orange Fanta, the Hawaiian punch, that juice, the apple juice, they hit you every time you eat a piece of that chicken or that fry and you eat it, you take a drink of that and then it just zap you and you just like, oh, the mixture just hits you. And then you feed into that toxic food and you eat it every day instead of eating nutritious food. Now, let's get straight into why you need to be drinking water. When you eat that toxic food and you drink water on the side, you start to realize the actual taste of the actual food. You have this realization in your head that you had a taste for this certain food. And now that you're only drinking water with it and not no fruit punch or no toxic soda to give it extra flavor, you're like, it's really not that good. Now, what happens is this, because you're drinking that water on the side, you start to not even have an appetite for those toxic foods. You don't even care to have those toxic foods anymore because you're like, it's not going to give me the desired taste I want. You only gonna get that desired taste when you got an extra flavoring of that soda or side tropical slush or something that's giving it a zap to it. That's like, oh, let's be real. Nobody can just eat fries or some chicken tenders, right? Crispy chicken tenders with nothing to drink. Like you wouldn't even want to eat it. If somebody said, nah, but there's nothing to drink, you're gonna go. And then after a while, you're gonna be like, bro, why am I eating this toxic stuff? And what water does is makes you really realize how toxic the food is. You start to be like, dang, they had to put something in this. You get to actually taste what's actually inside that chicken. Now, you know you had the soda covering up. Nah, now you're drinking water, the purest form of liquid. And now you still have that bitter taste of that toxic food. And you're like, wait, why does this food actually taste like this? Why do I actually like this? You'll start to realize like a lot of stuff that's toxic, like a hamburger, a greasy one from a fast food place like McDonald's. You're like, ew. Like you start to realize, like, did I only like this because it was flavoring to it? Like when I used to drink my high C, my Hawaiian punch with this. Why is this so like dry to me now? Like it just feels so toxic. Like it just feels like they injected it with chemicals, right? It'll start getting so noticeable that when you actually eat a fruit like some pineapples, a watermelon, an apple, when you taste it and drink your water, you'll actually realize what's good food from bad food. You'll be like, whoa, this pineapple is amazing. It'll zap you. You'll be like, gosh. You will eat, it doesn't matter. You'll eat a tomato. It doesn't matter what vegetable or fruit you eat, but you will eat it and realize how healthy and good it is. Matter of fact, to make it even worse, you'll start even getting a different taste. Your taste buds will go away from stuff that you used to like that is toxic. You'll start actually liking stuff that is actually healthy from you just by drinking the water. And that is the purpose of water. Yes, it hydrates you. Yes, it fills your stomach up so that you don't have to eat as much. But the main purpose of drinking water is that you can actually realize what you're eating and know that it's toxic. You know, you become delusional, you know what I'm saying, when you got all these seasoning and flavor and all these toxic drinks on the side. But when you have water, it starts to have like this like long-term effect on you that's like, dang man, I don't even desire this type of food anymore. This food, as much as I thought I liked it, I don't even actually like it when I actually get the bare taste of it. Like even the seasoning on it's not even good enough to me no more. It's like as if I lost the appetite for that and I have an appetite for something more healthier. And what will happen is you'll start only consuming foods that are healthy for you, that are nutritious. And that is the whole goal of water. Meanwhile, still hydrating you, still filling your stomach up so that you're not full, and you're dying, you're staying healthy, and it aligns with everything you need to do as far as keeping your body functioning. Listen to me. The moment you start putting water first and only drinking water is the day you realize you don't even need food. And that is very big when you realize you do not need to consume that much food. When you lose the desire for any type of food because you drink water. And when that day comes, I'm telling you, you're going to be a whole different person. And you're going to be able to accomplish and do a lot of things health-wise. Because when you drink that water on the side, I'm telling you right now, that appetite for food or that toxic food that you like is going to go away. You're going to realize I only need food for nutritious reasons and I only need so much. It's almost like when you take a vitamin or some type of pill or some type of protein shake that has certain stuff like biotin, B12, B6, those type things, iron, different type of, nutritional things for your body. And you realize in your head, wait, I'm eating food for the nutrition, not because of this desire. And that's what water, when you drink water on the side, does to you. It makes you realize, okay, I only have to eat a certain amount of food just so that my body can get what it needs in order to function. Not I need this food because I actually just want food and I want to fill my body up because I like food and I have a desire for it. No. You lose that desire when you start realizing what food actually tastes like, especially when it's toxic. And you realize, I don't even need it. The only time I actually need it is when I need a certain amount of nutrition. And that's every so often. And whatever nutrition that I need, I'll eat that certain type of food to give me that. And I can eat it in portion because I really don't need it. I'm only doing it so that my body can function. And that's it. Nothing more. Not for my own satisfaction. What water does is let you pinpoint that food that you're consuming and really get the full taste of what it actually tastes like. Not what you desire. Mentally, you like that food because the flavoring of a soda. When in actuality, you don't even like that actual toxic food when you drunk some water to really pinpoint the taste of it. Do you get what I'm saying? Try eating food without any drink. First of all, that's almost impossible. We all know that. Eat a biscuit from Popeyes and without drinking anything. You're screwed. That's so off topic. What I'm trying to say is, when you drink water, instead of all these other type of liquids that give it flavor, like Hawaiian Punch or some type of juice, you'll realize why you should be drinking water and why it's so vital to drink water with food. And that's ultimately the real purpose of drinking water, still giving you all the benefits that come with it. Make sure when you're drinking water for the right reason and you know why. This will conclude this video. Like, share, subscribe. Comment anything that you want, any suggestions, any things that I left out, or any opinions about this. This is my own experience, so I only can speak for myself. But like, share, and subscribe. I'll talk to y'all next video.